So you just joined the world of AOPG and you realize the stat system is a little bit different than how games usually have it. And you want to know the best possible way to level up your stats without spending an eternity like I did. Well, don't you worry about it. Your boy Chaotic got you and we'll take care of it. And I'll show you the best possible way of grinding your stats. Real quick before I start this video was actually a suggestion by a person of the name of Alexander. I'm not gonna pronounce your last name. I believe that's your last name. I'm not sure because I'm probably gonna butcher it. And yeah, the rest of you who watch this video, you can go thank Alex over there because he's probably gonna save you a heck of a lot of time. So, oh yeah, and secondly, I'm on a lot of meds right now because I'm hella sick and body pains are pretty painful. So, well, that on my throat is basically gone. So, let's see let's see how fast we can do this before I start sounding like Lil Wayne before I knock out. So, yeah, let's get on into it. First things first. There are multiple different ways of getting EXP in AOPG, some good, some bad. The worst one being dungeons and raids, more because, like, as a noob, you're not going to be able to beat that unless you're getting carried. And, yeah, just constantly switching in and rejoining and joining servers is pretty inefficient. There's also just playing the game normally. You play the game, you use your fighting style, you use your sword, you use your, I don't know what this is, use your fruits, and then from there you just get your stats up. It fills up the exp, you level up. You don't really notice it because, well, yeah, you're playing the game obviously. And then the final one, which is a new one, it's been implemented like half a year ago, 5 months I think. And it is the quests. Back in my time, these things used to only give you money, which made it a whole lot harder. So if anyone still says AOPG is hella grindy, shut up. If you do the quests, normally what happens is it gives you EXP on every single one of your stats, not just like fruit alone or stamina alone. You get all of them. Another thing with the quest is like for you new players, the fact that there is no level requirement, so you can easily go to a high level island, and if you have the patience enough to actually kill the boss, you can get a good amount of EXP. This video actually it syncs up really well with a video I did like a while ago about a guide on AOPG. You can take my word for it on this guide. It's actually pretty good, mostly because like I did this with 3 different accounts. It's the first time I ever did a voiceover, and yeah, I didn't think it came out that well the first time, so I made 3 different alt accounts, and every single one of them are mid game, mid to late game on first C. Yeah, there you go. So you can take my word for it and like my advice for AOPG. All right, trust me. I don't touch grass often. Technically a medical issue, but we don't worry about that. So yeah, just know that you can trust me and my advice. All right. Um, if you're interested in that video and checking it out, it's a bit long and my editing style is a whole lot different now. But if you have the patience and just to like look through it, I can guarantee that you're gonna be able to get to mid to late game like exactly where I was in about 2.5 to 2 hours 40 minutes or so. And that's it. I say mid game because that's exactly where you can just start grinding and buying how many amounts of devil fruits that you want. Okay, that's the reason why we all play One Piece games to look and play around for devil fruits, right? So yeah, there you go. That's why I'm counting it at mid to late game. For those of you who don't want to check that video out and you want to be lazy like me, because let's be real, I wouldn't even look at that video either. I'll do a quick little rundown. On the main page for AOPG, they have their own guide for the devs and the creators, and they specifically say, hey, you don't need to have a devil fruit early game. You can just play the game and just like do other stuff. You don't need a devil fruit early game. I disagree. They can shove it because they have stuff for that. They can just easily get their stats. Not us. We be them free to play players, or like I used to be, but yeah, we we understand the struggle. All right, so this is how it's gonna work. As soon as you spawn in AOPG, you go on the spawn island. You go into starter island right over here. What you do is all you do. You just walk down. This is where you spawn in here. See this chest over here? You grab one of these. One of these can net you anywhere from like 1,000 to 5,000 belly. I got like 500 there. Never mind, the game's calling me a liar. Alright, so instead of getting 500, let's take a walk right up. Where is it? Here. Look, there's another chest right over here. You can grab this one. There we go. How much did we get? We got 2,500. Great. You go to menu. You can see this little boat option right over here. Dinghy, 500 belly for one of those. You have more than enough cash. Um, if you go and follow down in that direction, you can find Buggy Island. That's where you can get fruits. You can get a good amount of fruits on Starter Island as well. If you go right behind of Starter Island, there is Arlong Park. And then right behind of Arlong Park, next to the left hand side, right around here where my cursor is, as you can see, that's going to be Shellstown, which is another area for devil fruits. And then right next to Shellstown, somewhere around here, is going to be the arena where you can get Conqueror's Hockey. These are the islands that you can get a lot of devil fruits from. Also, this direction, if you can see it, yeah, there's the ice island. If you go right past the ice island, you're gonna see a lot of like texts and different colors. That's Logtown. That's where you can do the raids. We don't really care about the raids. Around Logtown, you can actually find a good amount of devil fruits as well, and the reason being, like, most of the people who go to Logtown are for raids, and you know they're gonna be high level players, so they're not gonna stop for like any random devil fruit when they can just buy it. Money is pretty easy to get, right? If you want to know the exact locations of those islands I just called out, well, yeah, sorry, you're gonna have to look for that video that I did, the guide. So, after you get your devil fruit, preferably a Logia, but realistically, not even the top one or two devil fruits are Logias. Like, Revive fruit is busted because of just the stun locking. Operation Awakening is really good for grinding. We got a Leopard, which does some mad damage. What's another one? Just Dragon, your Soul. Oh damn! I just Robert. Wait a minute. Hold up. I just realized I don't think any of the fruits I use is I don't think any of the fruits I use is Logia. Holy crap. Okay, never mind. Yeah. My point is really going across the down. What did I have for fruit stores? Revive fruit and Operation. See, yeah, look. I don't even use Logias. There you go. So after you get your devil fruit, could be any. Just please, just once is not Suke. Okay, just do not get Suke. We'll wait for a Suke awakening or something. Hopefully that'll be able to do some damage. But you go get the quest guy right over there. You take right next to that guy over there. You can see him. Over here, devil fruits can spawn over here as well. I should probably mention that. Like right around here, chests can spawn on these two sides. So be on the lookout. Go fight a bandit boss. He gives 20,000 per, and every month or so, AOPG usually has either times 5 AFK gears, or they have like times 2 money. So you can get 20,000 per. Right after you get that 20,000 per, you talk to this guy. You need to save up 500,000. After you get that 500,000, he gives you a quest scroll. You take that, you click on it, so instead of getting only one mission, you can get two. And the max is 5, I should tell you that now. So, and it increases by increments of 500,000 every single time. So after you get that 500,000, you grind up some more to save up 750,000. 50,000, you talk to this guy, you get the island tracker, which is this thing right over here. You see all the different islands. Yay. Where is it? Is there like wilderness anywhere or random wilderness? I don't even think there is. Is there? No. AI doesn't show up. Alright, well, yeah, don't worry about that. That'll be fine. So, if you keep going in that direction, what you're gonna look for is Dawn Island. Dawn Island is somewhere around that direction over here, right? After you get that direction, you keep going that way, and then you'll eventually find a small island with like a huge pillar going up to the sky. I'm pretty sure like that is somewhere right there. I don't know if you guys can see that, but a huge pillar up in the sky. I'm telling you now that like if you fought and you follow this advice exactly and you save up the 500,000 plus 750,000, you'd have exactly enough stamina just from using your moves to Geppo all the way up. Unless you have a Logia, then you can fly up. But yeah, again, trust me, I did this with like multiple accounts. I know what I'm talking about. Yeah, you have just enough stamina to get all the way up there, and then from there you buy hockey, which is the 700,000 remaining, and then you come back and you can either grind up over here at this boss. I don't know why you would. Or my preferred suggestion is to go right in the back over here. Technically, you're not supposed to be doing this. I should mention that. How it's supposed to go is you start here on Starter Island, and then after you get to Starter Island, you go to Shellstown, which is the area that I talked about behind of Arlong to the left. That's where you can get Zora's three Zora style. You go there, and then you go to the wilderness, and then you go to Arlong Park. But if you follow the advice that the method I took, and you just constantly farm this boss, because here's the thing: on Shellstown and on Wilderness, there is no boss that you can fight. There is one on Wilderness, but that's Snake Man Luffy. You're not going to be able to fight that. So, and this guy actually gives the most amount of money because he's a boss. He's like the easiest to kill. You just speed run him like once you get enough stat points and you do enough quests. So you skip over two different islands. You go to Arlong right over there, and you start fighting the strongest mobs on the island, which is the strongest fisherman. After you fight that, you can probably unlock another scroll at 1 mil, and then you can keep on fighting him a little bit more if you want to until you're comfortable enough. And then we're gonna skip over some more islands. We're gonna skip over the buggy area, which is like Orange Town, and you're gonna skip over Skypiea. Skypiea is the biggest waste of time. It used to be pretty good, but they made it so friggin' high up in the air that you can't even see it anymore. That's how high up it is. Like there is no purpose of going up there anymore. You don't have enough stamina to get up there. And even if you have like a good enough devil fruit, I mean like yeah, sorry. It's not really that worth it to be honest. There's Eneru up there, but like yeah, unless you have a Logia that can fly, you're basically screwed. Yeah, just forget about Skypiea. It's not worth it. That's way too much struggle. Yeah, so you're gonna go from Arlong all the way to the desert, and if you want to be like me and torture yourself and probably like slow down a little bit, maybe like 10-15 minutes, not by much, you can actually go right ahead and start fighting the vice bandit leader or whatever. I forgot his name. I don't know. Don't forget to get the quests. From there, you can eventually buy the fourth quest scroll in this island for like 1.5 million, and then right after you do that, you can skip the fighting crocodile. At this point in time, you should be able to not only save up enough to fight crocodile multiple times. Oh wait, sorry. You can save up to fight crocodile and get a shit ton of money. With that money, you can either get the fifth questing scroll like I did for 2 million, and then I went back and bought a devil fruit. Or if you're impatient, you can buy a devil fruit first and see if you get anything good, and then you can go and get the questing scroll. After you do that, you're gonna be able to skip over and I would say stay on Arlong for a little while, and then just like farm there for a little bit. Hopefully, get enough money where you can get a devil fruit that has some long range moves. My recommendation, light, because light is actually really OP for this. For the next strat that I'm about to do. So, after you finish up and you're able to unlock all five questing scrolls, this is what's gonna happen. You're gonna skip the arena, you're gonna skip Marineford, Seraph Village, Impel Down, Doflamingo Island or Flamingo's Island, Luffy's Island, Ice Island, Punk Hazard. Yeah, you're gonna skip a lot of islands, and then you're gonna go all the way to the Phoenix Nest. The Phoenix Nest has two different bosses, Marco and Katakuri. Both are pretty strong, right? But here's the thing with the recommendation of light or any thing that has long range moves. If you don't want to use a devil fruit at this stage, you don't have to. You can easily use swords, and you don't have to worry about like one skill being lower than the other one by much because well the quest gives you stats on all. So yeah, you can use swords. I think like two sword style or three sword style has like some really good long range moves, or you can use a long range devil fruit. Again, well, it's a One Piece game. More than likely, everyone is here for the devil fruits. So you start farming those, and what to do? You've already gotten to mid to late game. When you start farming those bosses, that's when you can start getting millions of belly, and then from there you can just head to Log Town, and you can get yourself a bunch of devil fruits to see if you get something OP. So yeah, if you want the full detail of the run through that I just did, I'll leave a card right up over here and a link in the description so you can go look at that video if you have the time. Maybe I'll make another video for the stat guide on second C. I don't know yet, but yeah. Anyway, this is basically the end of the video. If you enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Don't get overloaded.